Picture this: a movie production team racing against time to meet a crucial release date. The last scene is shot, the director yells, "Cut!" But the race has just begun. The pressure mounts, the urgency intensifies. The release date, looming like a ticking time bomb, leaves no room for error. The stakes are high, the consequences of missing the deadline, dire. The film must be edited, special effects added, all in record time. To meet this looming deadline, a drastic measure is required: crashing the schedule. Now, crashing the schedule doesn't involve any physical destruction. It's all about strategic planning and resource allocation. Imagine you're in charge of a movie production, and you're racing against time to get the film ready for the Christmas season. The filming is done, but now comes the daunting task of editing the footage and adding special effects. The clock is ticking, and the schedule seems impossible. That's where crashing comes in. To crash the schedule, you strategically hire additional resources, like 2 extra editors, to work alongside the main editor. Instead of having one person working on all the scenes, you now have 3 people editing different scenes concurrently. This division of labor allows for faster progress in post-production. It's like having 3 brushes painting the same canvas, each working on a different part but collaboratively creating the final masterpiece. So, by crashing the schedule, the team manages to speed up the post-production process. But what does this have to do with graph theory? In the world of graph theory, crashing has a similar meaning. It's not about cars colliding or systems failing, but rather, it's about cutting down the time required to complete a task, a process we often see in project management, from construction to, you guessed it, movie production. Picture a network or graph, a web of interconnected tasks, each with their own duration. Our goal? To reach the end as swiftly as possible. But here's the catch. Some tasks depend on the completion of others before they can begin, forming a critical path that dictates the minimum time for project completion. Now imagine we're back in our movie production scenario. The editing process is our critical path, the bottleneck preventing us from reaching that Christmas release date. So, what do? We crash the schedule, we bring in 2 more editors, allocating more resources to the task, and voila, the editing time shrinks, the critical path is shortened, and our movie moves closer to being ready for its premiere. This is the essence of crashing in graph theory. It's about strategically allocating resources to reduce the time taken for the most crucial tasks, thereby accelerating the whole project. It's the art of working not just hard, but smart, of making every resource count. Just like in our movie production scenario, crashing in graph theory is all about getting the job done faster, smarter, and more efficiently. So, we've seen how crashing can help both movie production teams and mathematicians. It's a fascinating concept that, when boiled down to its essence, revolves around strategic planning and resource allocation. In the throes of movie production, crashing is a life-saving maneuver when the clock is ticking mercilessly. The production team, faced with a tight deadline, must make critical decisions to expedite the process. They might hire more editors, work extra hours, or both. Each decision has its cost and benefits. More editors means more hands on deck, but it also means a higher budget. Extra hours could speed up the process, but may lead to burnout among the team. Therefore, it's a delicate balancing act that requires careful consideration and planning. On the other hand, in the realm of graph theory, crashing isn't about making a movie, it's about optimizing a network. Mathematicians use the concept of crashing to find the quickest route through a network of interconnected nodes. Just like in movie production, the aim is to save time. However, instead of dealing with editors and deadlines, mathematicians deal with nodes and edges. The strategy here also involves making critical decisions about where to allocate resources in order to achieve the target in the least amount of time. The beauty of these scenarios lies in their striking resemblance. Despite their distinct domains, one in the world of cinema and the other in pure mathematics, they both highlight the importance of strategic planning and efficient resource allocation. They both deal with the challenge of saving time, of meeting a deadline or target, and they both use crashing as a strategy to achieve their goals. This is the big picture. Crashing isn't just a strategy, it's an art of making critical decisions when time is of the essence. It's about understanding the intricate dynamics of a system, whether that's a movie production or a mathematical network, and making the right moves to optimize the outcome. Whether it's meeting a movie release deadline or optimizing a network in graph theory, crashing is an essential strategy when time is of the essence.